the crisis led people to feel or see that the trajectory of certain material improvements is no longer rising. It's maybe flattened or has some troughs. But I think underneath it all, there's a much more powerful phenomenon. I wouldn't be surprised if 2008 was just a tremor of a real 9-point Richter scale earthquake. Well, I think it's like in a chemical reaction. You have the different elements that participate in it, and all of a sudden there's a tiny little catalyst, which is not a big change, but suddenly it makes the reaction move. In 2006 already, as well as maybe 96, we already were losing the sense of what a family meal is. People don't eat together. People count calories, consume nutrients, however, do not experience what the simple breaking of bread means. I think 2008, in this broader view, is an accident. I mean, it could have waited 2 more years, or it could have happened 5 years earlier. The catalyst were the problems in the banking system, the mortgage issue, etc. But the fundamental material of the reaction was accumulating over time. And changing the catalyst, taking it away, might keep this reaction from repeating itself. But we will still be faced with the same set of factors in 5 or 10 years. And I have no easy answer for that.
What's a complicated one?
The complicated one is something that requires work, or there's a better term in our Slavic languages, podvig. It needs a birth, a coming out of, an ecstasy from where we are to where we want to go. It's a pilgrimage. And behind the question is part of the problem, I think, because we want the Nescafe solution. Boiling water, a little powder, and satisfaction. Life is not like that. Civilization is not like that. And as soon as we can realize that, on the one hand, it's not so bad, or, more importantly, there's much to be grateful for, and on the other hand, change is not going to happen presto, in a magical way, I think we regain some peace. I think very importantly has been a delusional individualism and the illusion that I can make it by myself. Whether it's some of the stock market problems in the 1990s in New York, or the banking issues of recent years, various individuals and corporations lost sight of the connectedness, and that sooner or later cause leads to effect. You can't escape it. It's basic things at some level which good mothers pass on to their children. I think the difference is maybe in the phenomenon, but the remedy might be actually the same. I propose that in the West, the individual was so exalted that the community was lost. In our context, the community was, at least in words, so exalted that the individual was crushed. The real need is to have a free person of dignity, a person who senses his or her own dignity, fosters it through healthy, fruitful, creative behavior, but not necessarily at the expense of others. Not a zero-sum gain approach, but a sense of fostering one's own dignity, realizing that this will pour over into the dignity of others. And if my dignity means demeaning the dignity of others, something is wrong.